Have you ever felt that you wanted love before? Like, that you were so desperate of just wanting to feel love for, like, a woman, that you wanted to feel loved by a woman so much that you were really actually pretty needy? Well, I can tell you how to be not so needy about, wanting to feel loved and wanting to, let me tell you my story before I can. Well, it's kind of hard to explain it, but let me tell you my story. So, my story is that back in fifth grade, I used to always, well, I wasn't always thinking about love. I was having some other problems, like, you know, my friends, I was having problems with my friends. But every so once in a while, I'd look in the window. I'd be walking up the stairs, and I remember this one time I was walking upstairs, and I looked up into the window, and the girl that I liked, that I had a crush on, was playing like a game. And to be honest, man, I was kind of. It's like in that moment, I kind of said in my mind that, oh, she's the happiness. That, like she's the only reason why I was happy, because during fifth grade I was. I'd just be honest. I was pretty depressed, honestly, and I was saying that, oh, she was the love of my life. Like, the only reason why I'm happy, because she was there. And a couple days later, I see her start being with, like, one of the guys that I used to think was like part of the cool group. And that kind of just I'm not sure. Maybe I felt really more like, really, I was probably just crying, and, like, like, oh, like I was probably kind of like, oh, why did you choose him? Why didn't you choose me? And, well, I started to just go on. Well, I started to go more online, and I started to play this game called Roblox, which I started to spend, like, I was just playing video games at the first. I was just playing video games with my friends, but and then it turned to, like, starting to become dating in Roblox, because, well, I didn't really date. I was kind of just no, I didn't really date in the real world because I was kind of just scared. And, well, I decided to just start dating in Roblox. So I started to just I started to just to keep playing Roblox, and eventually I found a girl that I'm playing in the game. I'm just playing around, and I find a girl that, you know comes up to me and says, like, she's talking to me and stuff. And we started having a conversation, and then she asks me for my Discord, which is like a communication app. It's like, yeah, it's like a communication app. And we start talking a lot, and eventually she even asks the question if she would like to go out with me in like, it's like a virtual, like, I'm not sure how to say it, like, date online. And I said yes. Then, after that, after the girl that I liked wasn't really interested in me, I started to just play a lot more video games, like, trying to look for, like, well, with my new girlfriend now. And, well, I did spend a lot of time, honestly. I even sent photos of myself, and honestly, I just really wanted to be with her all the time. And then my brother found out, and then he decided to just, like, oh, and then things broke off, and then, I was sad. I was crying in the couch, like, saying, "Oh, why?" So then I just started crying all the time, man. But this didn't really stop right here. So, and then I just started to try to find love more in, like, in Roblox instead of, like, real life, because during this, COVID happened, and, we got to stay back home a lot more. And, I'm well, for me, I spent my time in COVID just laying down and playing Roblox and trying to find, like, girls I can talk to. And I I did, man. I did. To be honest, I was finding girls on the internet, Actually, that sounds kind of strange, but like basically, I was playing Roblox, and like I was playing games, and then I was starting a conversation with girls, and you know, I yeah, I got to date in Roblox, but I was just really needy of it. Like I really just kind of after I got broken up with, or after I ended things, I started to just start trying to look for girls that I can date in Roblox, and it kept going on and on. And honestly, I was just spending all my time just laying in the bed and well, just trying trying just to find girls. And I think that this is how I became a lot more needy and a lot more desperate just to feel, loved. And then I found I found like I found this YouTuber named Hamza, which I started to just to implement the things that he said about, self improvement, improve yourself, and basically I was starting to be a lot more active. Like after I was in like after I was I was taught like, oh, you should start meditating, you should start journaling, and like start improving more of your mental health. And during this time, I had summer school. Uh, Actually, before this, it's already been sixth grade, seventh grade, and seventh grade just happened. Well, it just passed, and so now I'm in summer school. And to be honest, I was still kind of desperate. So because I wasn't spending so much time in my bed, I started to just to become. I started to just feel about a lot more less like, a lot more less like needy about love and stuff. So the thing I would say if you're feeling needy or desperate of love, it could well one of the reasons I had was because I was spending a lot of time in my bed, and I was just scrolling, like just playing. I was really just lazy, and to be honest, that's really pretty much the only thing that I really did, to be honest, man. Like, to be honest, during this fifth and sixth period, during this period during I was really needy, I was still thinking about the girl that, the old girl that I used to like back in fifth grade, but was starting to date another guy. I was still thinking about her, to be honest, man. But recently, more, it's like once I've grown more older, I started to, like, improve more of my mental health, started to do everything else. It slowly just faded away. It kind of like, it's like I used to be really needy about, I still pretty much want her. I do remember back in seventh grade that I used to like when I saw her for the first time. I was kind of nervous because like it was like I used to kind of like look at her profile on Roblox, and I was yeah, and I used to hide, man. But pretty much, man, if you're feeling desperate or needy, maybe one of the things is that you're focusing too much, like I'm not sure really how to explain it. Like for me, it's just because I was probably super lazy, and I didn't really do much other than just like get up, eat, and scroll on my phone. Or for you, it could be different, but for me, I just kind of just stayed lazy. So when I started to be more active, and I had other things to focus on, it just kind of just drifted away, and it's not. I wasn't really thinking about like, oh, I want to be loved. I want to be loved, and yeah, that's pretty much how I changed. From I'll be honest, time to time, I still kind of. Well, I wouldn't really say that I'm super desperate of love, but sometimes I do think about it, and perhaps it's normal to like think about it sometimes, to be honest. And this comes to the next point that like another thing that I used to think about is that I used to think that being desperate for love is like needy. It's like, oh, like girls won't like you, and perhaps, yeah, to be honest, perhaps being super desperate of love won't, get you what you want, but just to deny it all, to deny love the whole, like, as a whole, isn't a good thing, and it's something that I used to do after, like I thought that, well, yes, being too desperate for love is probably not gonna get you it, but also don't deny it either. Like, you probably do want to be loved again. You probably do. Like, I'm not sure how to explain it, but just don't deny love. It probably would help you actually. And you are worthy of love, man. Just so you know, man. Pretty much it, honestly. I'll be honest. I haven't actually been in a relationship, which, to be honest, like I was just. What I was trying to tell you is that how to be not so desperate, and I'm still learning about being in a relationship and stuff. Well, to be honest, I'm not even in one right now, but like I still haven't got into a relationship yet, but like just to grow out of the being really desperate for love and like to be honest, yeah, just being really desperate for love. I wanted to help you right there, so I hope it can help you, man. And well, that's pretty much it, man. I hope you learned something, and yeah, do the right thing and don't give up, man. Alright, take care.